Hi, my name is Kristen Holland, and this is my presentation for my innovation proposal um, for a brick and mortar shopping navigation app. So I'm going to start off with the problem statement. So what I found was post-COVID, a lot of shoppers are hesitant to venture back into brick and mortar stores since they've become so accustomed to online shopping and they are losing out on a lot of the value for in-person shopping. My proposal is an app called Brick and Mortar, and it's an app that encourages shoppers to go back to the stores by enhancing their experiences with interactive store navigation while providing valuable customer interaction for the retailers as well. So here's a quick description and generated image of kind of maybe an advertisement that can be used for this group, but the Brick and Mortar app is an app that utilizes precise indoor positioning system technology to interact with the shoppers and help them navigate exactly where they want to go for their shopping lists. As many of you know, things like Google Maps use GPS outside of major buildings, and once you get inside the building, you lose a lot of that precise navigation system. So this would use some newer technology to help guide shoppers through different aisles and help them find what they're looking for. It would integrate with existing Wi-Fi and Bluetooth infrastructure that's already inside the store. It offers a platform ecosystem alternative to modular retail apps such as the Target shopping app and Home Depot app, and it allows shoppers for easier in-store navigation. So a couple of existing solutions that exist in the market already. There's a couple of retailers that already have their own apps. One of them that I'm using the example here is the Target shopping app. They have a make a list feature where you can see the screenshot here. You can add a couple things to your list and it will give you a map of the exact store that you're looking for, and it will kind of just bring up an image that shows you all the different locations of the things on your list. Obviously, it only works in Target retail stores, and it has one thing that I do like they have is a barcode scanning feature. So if you want to look at reviews of something that you're shopping for, you can quickly search them on your phone. It doesn't use any sort of indoor precise positioning. It just pulls up this map that I showed you there. And then there's other retailers that have similar things, like Home Depot and Walmart have similar features to this one. Another app that I like that's kind of what I'm going for here is the Google Indoor Maps. They use precise indoor positioning for things like major airports, stadiums, and malls. So they help people navigate things that have, like multiple floors with different stores on them. Here's a screenshot of one of those, but you can kind of select which floor you're on, and it'll actually help you navigate exactly to which store you're using. And from my understanding, that uses Wi-Fi triangulation to pinpoint your location inside of the mall or whatever building you're in. All right, so customer archetype for this app, they would be very similar to the customers that are already using some of those other apps like the grocery delivery apps, fitness apps, generally people who are fairly tech savvy and they're in the 25 to 45 age range. People who are time conscious and always looking for ways to save money and time. People who appreciate personalized suggestions for items. And they like to plan out their shopping list, but they can also be impulsive at times. So this will, really latch on to their ability to be impulsive and go, kind of show them some different deals based on their shopping habits. And these are the most important thing, I think, is customers who are frustrated by time spent in stores looking for items on their list when they can just, like, why would they go walk around a store when they can just go to Amazon and search for exactly what they want and purchase it. And also people who are frustrated by missing out on deals in the store, because a lot of stores also offer special deals and reward systems only inside the store. So this is a slide I put together for a proposed capital and timeline. So this is gathered based on kind of the most common timelines and capital proposals for similar apps. And the timeline for similar apps is usually in the 18 to 24 month timeframe from initial planning to full scale launch, and that includes development, marketing, launch, everything like that. The technology for this one is going to use existing technology as much as possible. So trying to latch on to things that are already existing in the market. And I broke down the cost here for a couple of different things, but for specifically for the software development for the IPS technology development will include like things like Bluetooth beacons and Wi-Fi triangulation. I just put $150,000 in there. Typical app development for similar apps is about $300,000. You need server infrastructure and third-party and QA testing, which are $100,000 and $150,000 roughly estimated. And then the marketing and launch costs. So initial marketing campaigns estimate was about $200,000. This will require getting major retailers to onboard onto this. So just the cost for getting retailers on board for the app will be about $150,000, and then general customer support, operations, miscellaneous will be in the neighborhood of $200,000. So if you add that all up, it's about 1.2 million for the total capital estimate for this app. In terms of protecting intellectual property and market security, the software and code that is developed to use this app will be copyrighted. And then for employees that are actually working for the company and working on the app, they will have to sign non-disclosure agreements, and including the retailers that we are working with to put some of this information together. And then obviously if there's any developed technology specific to this, like if there's something specific with the indoor positioning system, we'll get a patent for that. And then I think the most important thing for a lot of customers here is the privacy of the customer information. So that's obviously going to need to be encrypted, and our data storage system will need to be pretty secure. So we want to make sure the customers feel safe putting their information here, and then they don't feel like that their information is going to be misused. Oh, okay. So 2 weeks ago, I did a stakeholder interview with, I believe it was 9 different people, and I was focusing on 2 different categories: people who would be potential future customers. So ask them kind of about their shopping habits and things like that. And then I did have a couple of people that I know that are working in the DAS wireless technology industry. Not exactly what I'm looking for here, but they were people who could kind of shed some light on what sort of technology was available to do this and how it would work. And then the potential customers. So generally, I got about the information that I was expected, that generally people were in support of an app that could help simplify their shopping experience. They would be willing to download a new app if it was more easy, or more convenient for them. And generally they were a fan of things like getting deals that were specific to people using the app and that sort of thing. The amount they were willing to pay, I don't have the numbers right in front of me, but it was pretty low, but they were willing to pay a little bit of extra for a fee to be part of this app, especially if it worked in multiple stores. And then the 2 tech experts that I talked to were somewhat knowledgeable about how these positioning systems might work. One of them was does like a radio frequency, is a radio frequency engineer is technically his title, but he works for a company that installs radio frequency systems in like major stadiums and stuff like that. So he's pretty familiar with how Wi-Fi triangulation works. He was saying it's not super precise, but it's like really easy to implement because a lot of major retailers have many Wi-Fi hotspots. There's probably technology that exists, with this Google Indoor Maps locations, but I didn't, get a chance to talk to anybody specifically about that. And there's other very precise things like RFIDs, but that requires extra equipment. So this brick and mortar app will use something probably close to Wi-Fi triangulation. Seems to be the most widespread use of this stuff. And then, yeah, thank you for listening to my presentation. In conclusion, I think this app will be, people will find it convenient and they will want to use it. So thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.